sleep halfway through. And I woke up with a sense of clarity. I can never be the one for you. Hey! 'Cause I feel better in my own world. Trying to be perfect tends to wear me out. And I've been wondering when this road ends. Tired of being hopeless, paralyzed with doubt. It's like I've been walking on a tightrope, trying to change my mind, but I'm too far to quit. And you can keep your shiny light, 'cause I'm in love with diamonds. We're flawless as it is. Flawless as it is. Flawless as it is. When you're young, the world might break you down. Fell off a couple times, but I'm better now. I found my smile, but it took a little darkness and silence in the middle of the night. I learned to take my time with healing up my mind and knowing it's alright. Oh, 'cause I feel better in my own world. Trying to be perfect tends to wear me out. And I've been wondering when this road ends. Tired of being hopeless, paralyzed with doubt. It's like I've been walking on a tightrope, trying to change my mind, but I'm too far to quit. And you can keep your shiny light, 'cause I'm in love with diamonds. We're flawless as it is. Flawless as it is. Flawless as it is. Oh no, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. It's like I've been walking on a tightrope, try to change my mind, but I'm too far to quit. And you can keep your shiny light, 'cause I'm in love with diamonds. We're flawless as it is.
I'm here at the Mocap studio with Concrete and B-Dash. Guys, I'm cracking up on the sideline at some of the stuff you're doing. What's this feeling like?
Hey, honestly, it was like a curiosity that I always wanted to fulfill. And if I could do this for the rest of my life, I would.
Chicago, Illinois, the location for the 76ers. An absolute magician with the ball in his hands. Ben Simmons looking to create for his team as they await tip-off at United Center. Sixers, Bulls, up next.
I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'ma need you to back up. Spilling the tea, you stirring the cup. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'm in the 7.
Welcome, everyone, to Noche and Beyond. A Latin theme is the backdrop to tonight's festivities. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our reporter tonight on the sideline, David Aldridge. DA, take it away.
Sixers coach Brett Brown helped build this team from ground zero. There were some lean years in Philly, but Brown helped set the values and the culture for this team. Brown said, "Can you teach? Can you cultivate relationships? And do you bring energy? Those three qualities are what I've hoped to create throughout my tenure here." Kevin, mission accomplished.
He's done a terrific job. Thanks, David. Let's now to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months, the scope of that for Young.
Defensively, he's really stepped it up over the past few months. You can see the jump in his steal numbers, and it hasn't been by accident. He's put in a ton of effort at the defensive end, and boy, is it paying off.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And for the Bulls, White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's Porter in at the 3 spot. Well, with the playoffs coming up quickly, Clark, strength of schedule can play a big role as it determines where a team is going to be seated come playoff time.
No, I agree with you in terms of even just making the playoffs sometimes, Kevin, based on where teams are and who they're playing. I mean, those matchups against potential playoff teams that are still fighting for seeding, they can sharpen you up and get you ready. Actually, those games can be playoffs before the playoffs in many ways.
And I always admire the coaches, Clark, that walk their players through the different scenarios because they should be aware.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. You want everything out in front of you as long as your team is able to. Oh, yes, sir. Come on, bring it. And you see why Levine's been a hard, tough out in the slam dunk contest. Has a natural ability to entertain the audience, and that bounce and athleticism certainly doesn't hurt either. You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And here are the 76ers now. Simmons, again, Philadelphia.
I think this is what we all want to see from Simmons, more of him expanding his game and working in the jump shot.
Pass to White. The feed to Carter. Markkanen trying to break loose. Good D by Embiid. 76ers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Over White. Bank shot, no good.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
A nice shot by Carter.
Boy, a terrific find. Levine plays mostly the 2, but he came into the league as a point guard.
And it's Simmons penetrating. And he makes that one. Simmons got 6.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Got a piece of it, and stolen by Richardson. Now the 76ers on the break. Ring shot on the way. Horford, good.
Stretches the 4 nicely for a big, versatile. Horford's become a perennial all-star.
Pass to Porter. A floater, and it's good on the way in.
Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
Here's Simmons. Oh, and he jams it right over Wendell Carter. Wow.
And, you know, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane bounce, he takes advantage of it, really demonstrating how lethal he is in the air.
Levine kicks to Markkanen. Over in the corner, White lets it go with a 3. Horford with the rebound.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And Coach Jim Boylan agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer, Greg.
And taking that interim tag off his title as head coach, Boylan, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And Richardson drops them both. And so White will bring it up for the Bulls, trailing here by 8. Their last meeting was in Philadelphia, where they were unable to fight off the 76ers.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
They've just got to be more careful tonight. It's that simple. I mean, those guys are too valuable. They need them on the floor.
Simmons with it, now defended by Levine. Shots good by Simmons.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Carter kicks to White, lets it go from deep, drains the three-pointer.
An assertive offensive player, White knows he has the green light to rise and fire.
Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And Porter, here we go. Outside, Markkanen. 5 to shoot. Levine against Harris. Levine can't hit. The 76ers leading by 9. Here's Simmons.
Oh, that was worth the price of admission. Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
And, you know, when you've got a chance to put a team away early, you got to take it.
White, wide open. He fires. Off target with his 3. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. And a chance here to see our rookie watch. The biggest point-producing freshman over the last 10 games. And you look at White, second in the league, having an excellent season.
That's just an impressive scoring run. And guys, I don't think he's done. He's got a lot more where that came from.
Yeah, let me tell you, you better believe he does. I mean, he has a deep reservoir of offensive skills that are just now being fully tapped.
And it's Simmons penetrating. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And there's the call. Chicago the foul.
I tell you what, when Simmons is taking it strong to the rack, he's looking for the contact and the foul. I love his aggressiveness.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys.
You know, we've seen them bearing their fair share of mid-range jumpers tonight, too. I mean, that's a good start for them.
And this summer, a 5-year, $170 million max contract extension for Ben Simmons. The Sixers didn't want to give him any cause to look elsewhere. A great talent, but the hope with that kind of money is that he'll develop that jump shot.
And Simmons drops them both.
Well, you look at Ben Simmons and that great body of his and the skills of a guard. That is an incredibly unique combination.
Now here's White. 20 points for him last game against the Magic in Orlando.
Boy, I thought his passing was absolutely fantastic. I mean, really picked apart the defense all game long.
Here's Simmons, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the call. Chicago the foul. And Clark standing 6'10". Has there ever been a player Ben Simmons' size or bigger who could handle and pass like this?
I really don't think so, Kevin. Obviously, LeBron is 2 inches shorter and probably 15 pounds heavier. Giannis is more of a scorer than a passer and facilitator. Magic Johnson was the first of the true 6'8"-ish point guards. He might be the closest when you look at Ben Simmons, but man, he's special because of that size and passing ability.
He's off on the second.
You know, after missing his first year out of college due to injury, Ben Simmons ended up winning Rookie of the Year in 2018, proving the wait was worth it.
And it's Carter missing.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
He gets that one. 6 points for Josh Richardson.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart they're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Count that bucket.
Well, this is what you admire about Levine's offensive game now. I mean, it isn't all threes and dunks. He's got some meat on that sandwich now.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes a team.
White with it, out guarded by Simmons, and it's White missing. The 76ers leading by 11. Here's Richardson. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Horford's got 3 assists tonight.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Back to White, and some nice ball movement here by Chicago. There's the pass to Porter. From the arc. The shot, no good. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Horford against Markkanen. Levine feeling it out a bit. Got a piece of it. Harris passes to Horford. Banked in off the glass. And the 76ers lead by 17.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Pass to Carter. Shot to stop the run. Offensive rebound. Markkanen. And Markkanen throws it down.
Yeah, Markkanen doing a nice job crashing the glass there, Kevin, at 7 feet tall. This guy making good use of his size on that possession.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
When you watch Lauri Markkanen play, it's easy to see how easy it is for him to put up points. Attacks from all spots on the floor and has a great touch on that shot, especially for a man his size.
To that fact, I'm legit. Now, according to the way that I present, in these beers, it look like I'm just gonna keep on getting rich. Know the west side. Rap, this, buzz, all this rap money. Look, I need too much. Money, loyalty, and love, and the dream and trust. You switching up the players on your team too much. I can copy that's my love, that's a dream of stuff. And we travel around the world, get a dream of what? Ain't you get off on whoever, so sing the crush. Las Vegas, baby. After all that looking tough, all he sees.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. And Young kicks to Cornette. Over to the wing. Here's Hutchison. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. And really, Greg, the only knock on Markkanen is that he can be too passive at times.
And I suspect that will fade as he grows more comfortable in the league. You have to remember how young he is and missed a good amount of time with injury during that second year.
Here's Hutchison. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. And here's Embiid. That one off the back iron and out.
You know, the fact is he's not a lock from there, but he was open enough to where he should have hit that shot.
Dunn misses. And so it's Burks bringing it up now for Philadelphia. They lead by 17. Here's Thibault. Trains it from 17 feet out. Thibault's got his second basket of the game. The Bulls shooting 45% from the field early. Dunn passes to Cornette. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
and they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Thibault. Embiid. And Embiid is right there. And the 76ers lead by 19.
Boy, proving to be a handful once again, guys. Embiid, so tough to keep off the glass because of his agility and size.
Passes to Young. That shot off. Nice D from Scott. Here's Embiid. Cans the shot from the wing.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Well, it's interesting. The defense continues to back off, expecting them to attack the rack, but they just continue to pull up and knock down those mid-range jumpers.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Here's Thibault. Makes it off the glass. Thibault's got 6. Bulls trail by 21. To the paint. Satoransky gets the bucket.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Here's Cornette. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Dunn kicks to Cornette. Here's Hutchison, defended by Scott. And the foul called on Korkmaz. That's his first foul. Robinson's checked in for the 76ers.
Glenn Robinson III.
.149 left in the first. And Satoransky wide open. He fires. No good with the triple.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
Kicks it to Dunn. We've got 1:18 left in the first quarter of the game. And the Bulls with another miss. The 76ers leading by 21.
And there's been some turnover in the Philly front office, but through it all, some bold moves.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, guys. First, the process, and we heard a lot about that as they were stockpiling draft picks and losing a lot of games. It was maybe the most drastic rebuild in NBA history, at least as I can recall. Then new leadership in Elton Brand, who's done an outstanding job, pushing all their chips into the middle to go for it. Great credit to him for not sitting back. In both cases, a plan and a direction, and that's what you want from your organization.
The 76ers have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Korkmaz.
And they've clearly been the aggressors here early on, drawing fouls and working themselves to the line.
And that is always a good recipe for offensive efficiency and a key to their lead tonight.
The Bulls making a switch here. Valentine's checked in. Both good from the line that time. 50 seconds left in the first quarter. And Robinson comes to help. Pass to Cornette. Now here's Satoransky. D right on him. Just 4 to shoot. Done. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky.
And Dunn is spectacular on the drive, seeking contact and getting it. Even more impressive that he makes these shots, too.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff.
Yeah, right. I don't know how much weight that carries, Kevin.
It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Defensively, you just can't afford to give these easy looks up. Just asking to get burned if you do.
Burks' shot is good.
Just playing with poise and confidence. Man, they continue to put points on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possessions.
And the shot goes down.
And, you know, Young is no stranger to overcoming aggressive defense, guys. That's just an example of his experience coming into play.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Al Horford was born in the Dominican Republic, and he talked about why he gravitated towards basketball instead of baseball.
Coming from a place where, you know, baseball is what's driven to us every time. I mean, I started playing baseball. I didn't play basketball. I started playing baseball, and, you know, just watching my dad play basketball, I just fell in love with the game. But people were still telling me, they're like, nobody makes it out of here, usually out of basketball. I mean, your dad was a very rare case, and you know, I just believed in it.
Wanted to follow in his father's footsteps.
And what a career. College championships at Florida, an all-star in the NBA. I think he made the right choice.
And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And a comfortable margin here for the 76ers guys.
They came in on a mission, razor-sharp offense in that first period.
Yeah, I agree. That was a flawless offensive performance so far. I mean, the shots have been falling. They're making good decisions. That's a nice recipe there.
They've got Young, Harrison out there with Dunn. Then there's Valentine. And it's Cornette in at the 5 down low. That's the Bulls' 5 as we get into the second quarter. Clark, we've talked about footwork, but a player's hands, how he catches, how he passes, his use of his hands are huge. And there are a couple guys out there that are great at that.
Kawhi Leonard has got some mitts unlike any other in the league. I mean, he's not that tall. He's long-armed, and his hands are humongous. That ball looks like a tennis ball in his hands. And not only are they big, they're good. He's active with them on defense, and he's very strong in how he handles the ball offensively. You know, I think about a guy in terms of maybe not size, but really good hands. Jokic, his hands are phenomenal.
There's the 3. Good on the triple. Cornette's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Milton. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there. Harrison passes to Young. And Robinson comes to help.
That's his first personal foul.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Down low. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball. It's getting late in the season. Let's now see the standings out east. You look at Philadelphia. Right now, the 6th best record in the conference, looking to hold on to playoff position and finish the regular season strong. And, of course, the Bulls. They're 5 spots away.
And right now for the 76ers, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
You know, I thought maybe they'd have it in them to actually join those leaders this season. But you're right, it's still nice work considering where they are.
And then Robinson slams it in.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim rattler.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Platinum level highlight reel material. That is Showtime stuff there.
The pass to Young. to Dunn. Pass to Harrison. Valentine with it. Robinson on him. The shot by Valentine, no good.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, Josh Richardson has made himself into one of the top defensive wings in the league. Richardson says there's a certain competitiveness that comes with being a good defender. The defensive end takes will, and I have a lot of it. Kevin J. Rich is self-described as super competitive, and that edge is what drives him.
It sure is. That's what it takes. Thank you, David.
Yeah, you know, Harris is an active player. I mean, he's smooth and he's skilled, but he's also a guy that's got some grit and grind to him as well and gets in there and keeps possessions alive.
Valentine wide open. He fires. That three off the mark. For Philadelphia, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Levine's checked in for Chicago.
One shot.
Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Knocked loose. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
Jump ball.
That's tipped. So it's Chicago now. Markkanen from outside. Offensive rebound. The 76ers have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. Here's Simmons. And it's Chicago with the rebound. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
And at 6'5", White more than capable athletically, like the aggressiveness there.
Well, you just watch Levine play, and you can see the athleticism he possesses. Greg just explodes anytime he wants to.
And guys, with Levine, the speed and first step have always been there for him. But you can see the strength he's added to his game since his rookie year whenever he goes at the rim.
Oh, and here we go with Simmons. Nobody back. Milton's shot is good.
Well, Simmons has what I call see-ahead vision. I mean, he sees a play ahead, and he's a great passer.
Robinson against Levine. Carter kicks to White. Simmons with the defensive effort.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
White the pass to Markkanen. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call. Clark, do you think we in the media overemphasize championship rings when talking about an individual player's legacy?
Yeah, I think when you talk about an individual player's legacy, a player can be a champion without a championship ring. I know there's another level of champion which includes a championship ring, and sometimes it gets distorted in my estimation because an individual only has so much impact on a team being a championship team. There are no individual team champions. Teams win championships. Being a key player or a role player on the championship team is certainly worthy of recognition and being held in high esteem, but I don't like to see championship caliber players being diminished in the court of public opinion because they didn't win a team championship ring.
Like Stockton and Malone.
Exactly. You could go down the list, a number of guys who just weren't for whatever reason, able to get the ultimate in a team championship, but had championship Hall of Fame career.
Well, you look at guys like Otto Porter, Greg. He just brings so much with his consistent outside jumper.
And guys, he's shot threes at a tremendous clip the last few seasons. I mean, really for his whole career. Sometimes can be a bit passive, so you just make sure he's involved and looking for his shot.
One shot.
And Porter, no good on that one.
And every year, Porter seems to get better. His three-point shot continues to evolve, and he's embraced taking on more responsibility.
Here's Richardson. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. That's 12 points for Josh Richardson.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
White finds Porter. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
So it's Chicago now.
Boy, outstanding hustle from Harris on the defensive end. They're doing a good job to alter shots with that activity.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
That one goes in.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
The shot by Markkanen, nobody around, drills the three-pointer. Markkanen's got 5 points now this quarter.
And the quick trigger of Markkanen is impressive. He's got such a fluid release, too, especially on these catch-and-shoot jumpers. This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
Lobs it up for Levine, and the jam by Levine.
Kevin, highlight reel material for sure. The defender falls asleep, and Levine turns out the light.
Richardson, good.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Chicago's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Levine wide open, and the Bulls another 3.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
To the inside, and then Carter with the dunk.
And a solid playmaker, White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Here's Simmons. Rebound by the Bulls. Carter's got his 4th rebound in this one. Feeds to Levine. And the jam by Levine.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete.
No question about it. He's very comfortable in the air. Dunks like that, no problem for him.
Richardson, good.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now, shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
The shot from the low post is good. Richardson's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Boy, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
Chicago calls timeout.
And the size of the Sixers can present matchup problems for opposing teams.
Well, you think about the 2 critical positions, a 6'10 point guard and a 7'2 center, and both are uber talented. That's a huge advantage, a unique advantage for Philadelphia.
Now, according to the way that I'm positioned in this biz, it look like I'm just gonna keep on getting rich. Know the West Side. For rap, this, bust, all this rap money. Look, I need too much. Money, loyalty, and love. In the dream we trust. You'll be switching up the players on your team too much. Tiny Coby, that's my low, Young Supreme, what's up? And we travel around the world getting cream or what? Ain't you get off on whoever hustles seem to brush? Las Vegas, yeah, you. After all that looking tough, all he seen was 50 Cent and Mayweather with us. Your story. All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price.
Chicago making some changes. Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Carter, and Zedaransky subbed in for White. And so Sadaransky will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. And Levine throws it down.
Well, we've gotten used to seeing this from Levine, guys. He's a terrific scorer who I think continues to expand his game.
Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Chicago's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Here's Sadaransky. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. And it's good for 2. 8 points for Tobias Harris.
Yep, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Levine finds Markkanen. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. 10 points for Lauri Markkanen.
And early on, Markkanen has demonstrated how efficient he is from that range. Have to run him off the line.
Clark, we're seeing a lot of shooters drawing contact. They have that art form down. They know exactly what to do and how to position their bodies, don't they?
Yeah, they really do, Kevin. And I don't know if anybody's any better than James Harden, in part because he's so skilled with the ball, but he's a really thick, strong, agile guard, which makes him hard to defend without fouling him. And he's really developed that ability to seek contact in a legal manner. And I don't think anybody does it any better than him.
Luke Cornett, he's checked in for the Bulls. Korkmaz, he's checked in for the 76ers. And he sinks the second. Chicago's gone 4 of 6 from long range in the second quarter. Solid shooting. Now here's Levine. He's tightly guarded. Passes it to Sadaransky. Beyond the arc. Cornett can't get it to go. Here's Korkmaz from beyond the arc and then some. Korkmaz has got 5 now. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
And that one's good by Porter.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Now the 76ers with it. Here's Richardson. Again, Philadelphia.
Boy, what a quarter for him. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and he's really riding that wave right now.
Sadaransky against Richardson. The shot by Sadaransky, no good. Sadaransky's gone 2 of 6 here tonight from the field.
That's his second foul of the first half. Not a big deal yet, but something to keep an eye on.
Well, we knew that Tobias Harris would be one of the big names during free agency this past summer.
Wasn't a lot of speculation for him when free agency hit. Ends up staying with the Sixers, and I think it makes sense for both sides, and he fits nicely next to Embiid.
That one is off.
Well, you look at the career of Tobias Harris, and, boy, he's bounced around a bit. Has never slowed his development or production, though. You put him anywhere, and he'll find a way to help his team.
Young's checked in for the Bulls. Valentine comes in for Levine. And he's good on the second. And with Harris, he's been moved so many times. You know what, Greg? You forget he's still quite young.
Yeah, I mean, he really is just starting to enter what should be the prime of his career. Has improved every offseason and is a great rebounder and scorer.
Offensive rebound. Hutchison takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
That's well done there. I mean, don't even give him a chance to get to the block. Get in tight and finish at the rim.
Launches it. Burks pulls it in. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. The 76ers again can't hit it. The Bulls shooting a sweet 57% clip in quarter number 2. Poked loose. Here's Valentine. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got 9 rebounds now tonight. And here's Harris from the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Harris has got 12 points in the game.
Yeah, you know, the three-point range Harris has added to his game makes him that much harder to defend. He always is somebody you've got to be aware of.
Here's Hutchison, guarded by Harris. A floater. Hutchison's shot is off.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. And you look at Joel Embiid, Clark, for a player standing 7'2", probably close to 300 pounds. You've got to be impressed with how well he moves out there.
And Kevin, that's the first and most eye-catching thing about him when I watch him, is how nimble he is for his size. And you notice it at the offensive end because he's got great skills and footwork, but defensively, he doesn't pick up a lot of cheap fouls despite having the primary role of rim protector for his team.
I know the last couple years been slump for you. And now you're mad that I got the one up on you.
And the Bulls making a change here. Dunn's checked in. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Robinson's checked in. Philadelphia's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. And that one's good. Korkmaz has got 5 points now this quarter. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Pass to Satoransky. Here's the three. Paxton coming off the assist from Young. Satoransky's got 7.
A fantastic heads-up play there from Young to find the open man.
Scooped up. Embiid. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers. Sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at 35 points. It seems like nothing they do can go wrong as they string together one successful possession after another and are simply running away with this one. We come back right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Ben Simmons had it going on in the first quarter. He had 27 points, 4 assists, and 1 steal. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, it has been an electric performance. These guys were firing on all cylinders. They came out aggressive, going after those rebounds, and they were piling it up. I think they wanted to send a message with their physicality, and they're going to be nearly impossible to stop if they're playing that way.
And Shaq, what'd you think about Chicago?
Not pretty to watch how they get torched in the low post, Ernie. When they were playing defense in the post, you know me, Ernie. Barbecue chicken alert, barbecue chicken alert. This team is going to have to up the pressure, play more physical in the second half, start a fight, throw some bowls, let's go.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. What a game we're seeing from Simmons.
Well, he was putting on a passing clinic in that first half, set up a lot of their makes.
And, you know, that's what delights him most. That's what he takes most pride in. He loves being the chief facilitator.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. So on the floor for Philadelphia, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. the jam by Ben Simmons.
Boy, the quickness by Simmons, breathtaking. So good at blowing by whoever's trying to stay in front of him.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. White with it, pass to Levine. Carter looking around. To the middle. The shot comes out, and the 76ers go the other way with it. Here's Harris. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
Yeah, the effort and willingness to get out and run like that on the fast break endears Harris to his coaches, I'm sure.
And White kicks to Levine. Inside, here's Porter. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. And slam dunk by Harris.
Big man coming through. I have to enjoy watching Harris attack the rack with that kind of ferocity.
And so White will bring it up for the Bulls. And a wide open look for Porter. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's Harris. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Harris has got 18 points.
Well, it's been a great start for this offense here in the second half. 4 for 4.
They double him with Simmons. Markkanen passes to Porter. And the pass to White. 6 to shoot. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5. Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
And he recovers it. Yep, that one goes. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Richardson. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 6 assists now in the game.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
What a nice move by Levine. Tremendous handle. Gets him anywhere he needs to go, and then he does the rest of the work from there.
And that's a foul called on Lauri Markkanen. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul.
Here's Simmons. Here's Embiid. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Here's White. No good from outside. Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 14-4 run right now. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
So good at getting to his spots and then cashing in, making the game look easy.
The Bulls have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Passes it to Markkanen. To the inside, Levine and Embiid with the block.
Boy, supported by great vertical explosiveness, Embiid continues to dominate as a rim protector.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
White against Simmons. White the pass to Porter. And finished off by Porter.
And being 6'8", dunking, not an issue for Porter. All he needs is good position, and he's good to go.
And the shot is good. 24 points for Tobias Harris.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They got to tighten it up.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris.
Yeah, baby.
And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the 76ers. On Saturday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Indiana Pacers. Then on Monday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards.
And you know, for that Hornets matchup, I think it's going to be an interesting challenge. Even though they expect to come out on top, this could probably be a pick'em game, depending on how they play.
Here's Simmons. He can't get that one to fall. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Porter against Harris. Porter kicks to White. And White slams it in.
The nasty handles of White, just so gifted at putting on a show with moves like that.
For three, Harris. A new 14 for the 76ers. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
Yeah, a coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Carter dished it to Levine. And Embiid with the block. But they'll get another chance. White the pass to Levine. Shot clock at 5. Outside Porter. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got 6 assists here tonight.
He drilled one from deep in the first half, doing it again here in the second.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
You know, guys, it's not surprising to hear that Joel Embiid gets a lot of inspiration from Hall of Famer Hakeem Olajuwon. Both came to the game late. Both represent the continent of Africa. And Embiid really kind of modeled his game after Hakeem, and that's a heck of a model.
Shaquille Harrison, he's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. We have a chance now to look at the teams that have created the most points off turnovers this season. Number 1, the Bulls.
And all those points off turnovers have been a huge bonus. I mean, that aggressive defense has also paid dividends at the offensive end of the floor.
And when he first came to America, what a great story this is. Embiid's coach in Cameroon sent him a DVD of Hakeem's highlights.
And that was a good start for Embiid, and good work by you, Kevin, to dig up that factoid. Very nicely done. But you're right, Embiid said he watched that tape every day for 3 years, and you can see evidence of him watching that tape and how he played.
Here's up last. Point.
And you just watch this as an all-star caliber player because he has the ability to dominate the game.
So for the Bulls, checked in for Wendell Carter. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Lauri Markkanen, and it's done in for White.
Chandler Hutchison. Chris Dunn.
Here's Harrison. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Dunn misses.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
Thibault. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
The D was all over him, but they just couldn't react in time to stop that quick reverse.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
From mid-range, it's been a very nice game for them. I mean, they've been finding the bottom of the net a lot.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Levine. And Clark, when you were playing, I imagine the pre-draft process was a lot different than it is today.
No doubt about it. I mean, I came out in 1982 after my junior year, Kevin, and at that time, if you were a guy who was declaring early, you basically just had to go on whatever knowledge and information you could get from whoever. because there was no allowing you weren't allowed to go to a workout. Teams could interview you, but there were no on-court workouts, so it was totally different than today.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Well, Chicago is going to less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Simmons against Dunn. Over Simmons. That one wide left. The 76ers shooting an absolutely astounding 80% from the field. Everything is falling.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
Harrison kicks to Dunn. Young against Embiid. To the paint. Here's Cornette. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Really like the vision that Young has for a player of his size.
And stolen by Dunn. The pull-up. Here's that's a great dunk.
Just attacks the rim.
Oh, what a throwdown there. Man.
Well, so often we see this transition buckets off turnovers.
And we know turnovers are painful and costly. You get loose with the ball on one end and get punished on the other end.
Dunn passes to Cornette, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Well, one thing you like there is the extra pass. Evidence that the game is starting to slow down for Dunn.
Here's Milton. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Here's Young, and it's blocked. Milton's shot is good. Milton's got 4 this quarter.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
You know, they've been the more up-tempo team, clearly. It's helped them gain the advantage in this one.
Here's Hutchison, guarded by Horford. Hutchison's shot is off. Over to the left wing. Back to Horford. Over Young. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Bulls shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. Dunn passes to Young. And the rejection by Embiid. Here's Simmons. It's hauled in by Dunn. Well, Chicago is going to less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Cornette can't get it to go.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And the 76ers call time here.
Every time out, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Valentine's checked in for Chicago. Satoransky comes in for Harrison.
Now we've got a moment to see how the Bulls are doing rank-wise in the NBA.
And you mentioned their steals. I mean, it's great defensive anticipation that has them at the top of the rankings. They've been tremendous at reading the offense and getting into those passing lanes.
Valentine's shot, good.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
Here's Horford, not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Horford's got 6 points in the quarter. And Chicago shooting in the second half so far about 45%. Here's Cornette, and he jams it with authority.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow.
Well, I guess there's nothing wrong with a little bit of showboating here and there.
Here's Valentine. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving, get something better.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Down low, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And, guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And, guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Back to Dunn. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Dunn's got 6.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Yeah, nice effort there in tracking down the long rebound.
Satoransky looking around. Got it off in time, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. 76ers on top, running away with it. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Valentine out there with Young. Then there's Thomas Satoransky. Then it's Chris Dunn. And it's Cornette in at the 5 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Burks against Dunn. Out left to the wing. Cornette. Korkmaz grabs the miss. Philadelphia's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Scott, good.
No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
Scott's gone 2 of 4 from the field. Dunn against Burks. Dunn dishes to Valentine. Bulls moving the ball around. The shot's good.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Challenging the bigger defender, cutting him down to size with that one.
Well, the size mismatch is no problem for this fella, guys. I mean, how much do you like seeing that aggressiveness from him?
Knocks down the 3 ball.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Robinson misses. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. Satoransky, the pass to Dunn. The 3 from Valentine. The shot will not fall. So Philadelphia will take it the other way.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Well, Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. To the middle, here's Satoransky. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Shot on the wing. Scott, good. Scott's got 6 in the quarter.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
And the foul on Mike Scott. That's his first foul. Fans are always trying to distract opposing players during free throws. Have you ever seen that work in an arena?
No, I think it's just a nice workout for the fans, Kevin, quite honestly. I mean, if a guy misses, it's not because the fans have gone crazy behind the basket. It's because he shot it left or right or short or long. It's not because of the fans being on top of him, at least in my opinion.
Right. Here's Satoransky. They get it back. Knocked away. Second chance shot, and he comes up with the deuce. And Philadelphia calls time here.
Timeout for the 76ers.
'76ers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. The Bulls have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Clark, it feels like we're seeing more and more of this, but bench celebrations and reactions at both college and pro levels.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? I think it's an outgrowth of the social media platform.
You're right. I agree.
I think there's no question because anything that can be done that's creative and fun is going to find a life on social media and maybe go viral. And guys know that. They're aware. I mean, this generation has grown up with social media, so they understand that they could be seen beyond just the arena if they do something pretty clever.
And you and I are sitting over here watching it. We're laughing as much as anybody else, aren't we?
Oh, I'm not denying that it's fun. I love seeing it, actually. But on occasion, it does get a little carried away.
Out of bounds, it'll be 76ers ball. The 76ers making a switch here. Neto's checked in.
Neto.
Philadelphia has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown.
Call. Gafford. That's his first personal foul. At the line for the 76ers, Glenn Robinson III. 2 shots.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And that one falls for Robinson. Good on both. Clark, there are strong divisions and there are weak divisions, and the NBA might be considering removing divisions altogether and having only 2 conferences. What do you think?
You know, that's interesting. I like the divisions because that's what we've been accustomed to, but just having straight conferences, I wouldn't see much harm in that. You'd adjust the schedule accordingly in terms of how many games you play within the conference and how many times each opponent, but I think that could work.
Done outside. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Robinson's got 8 points in the quarter. And so Sadaransky will bring it up for the Bulls. Here's Valentine. The shot's good on the assist by Sadaransky. 11 points for Denzel Valentine.
He wasn't able to get his name in the score sheet in the first half, but he looks like he's starting to find his comfort zone here.
Here's Sadaransky. In the corner, Valentine with it. Launches a three. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
I tell you what, guys, there's not much more he can do. I mean, he's been on fire, yet they still trail in this game.
Neto can't get it to go.
You look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
Chicago making some changes. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Luke Cornett, and it's Harrison in for Dunn. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Alec Burks. Here's Robinson, trains it from 17 feet out.
Impressive, really, from that short 17 area. They are not missing many.
You're exactly right. I mean, they've banged home 8 of their last 10 points on mid-range jumpers.
Back to Valentine, and the layup's good off the glass.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Here's Milton. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect. Chicago's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Here's Sadaransky. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. Timeout called the 76ers. Mark the relationship between referees and players reaching a fever pitch. What can be done to smooth those waters and mend those fences?
Well, I think first and foremost, players have to give. Both sides have to give in this equation, but I think it's incumbent upon the players to accept and respect the position.
Philadelphia's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Neto, that one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. The Bulls shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Pass to Harrison. Back to Sadaransky. Bulls moving the ball around. Valentine passes to Harrison. Now Sadaransky. Uncovered. He squares up and sinks it. Sadaransky's got 4 points now in the quarter. And the 76ers shooting the lights out in this one, 77%. Here's Harrison. A quick shot there, and it's off target. Pass to Scott. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. Chicago's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Clark, the NBA gives out so many awards at the end of the season. Is there an award missing that you'd like to see?
You know what? I think they've got the bases covered really well with the number of awards they give out, Kevin. But I would like to perhaps see consideration given to a sophomore campaign award. That would be kind of cool because sometimes the rookie of the year, at least recently, has been a little cloudy because a rookie had been in the league a year, Ben Simmons, case in point, and then was counted. It was actually technically his second year, but his first year of playing. Well, a sophomore award might be something worth adding to the list.
That's a great idea.
He's been an absolute non-factor. 0 factor this game. Just a horrible performance from him.
Now here's Valentine. Down low. And O'Quinn sends it back. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for the Bulls.
Luke Cornett.
On defense, the 76ers. 2 points. That one goes.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket?
13 feet away. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Robinson. Bulls making a switch here. Satoransky's checked in, and Philadelphia making a change here. And so Satoransky will bring it up for Chicago. We've seen some ugly incidents last few years, Clark, between players and heckling fans. Can anything be done to fix it?
I think security in the arenas is important. Fans oftentimes that go across the line in interacting with players are usually fueled by alcohol. I don't know how you could control that element of it. The incidents are few and far between. We have seen a few more, but I still don't think it's an epidemic. But I think security, and then each team and each franchise should really be educational with its fans about what's acceptable behavior and what won't be tolerated.
Now here's Valentine. Tight defense on him. Now the pass to Satoransky. Here's Harrison. Fires the three. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Satoransky's got his 7th assist here tonight.
Harrison.
Deep 2 from Robinson. And it's off the back rim. No good. And the Bulls with possession. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Harrison passes to Cornett. That one falls. Cornett's got 23 points.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
Scott the pass to Thibault. Harrison with the rebound. Well, Chicago's gotten 8 shots off from three-point land and hit half of them. And here's Valentine for 3. Tries again. Shot's good by Gafford. Gafford's got 6 in the quarter. Philadelphia's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Took him no time at all on that one. And Chicago shooting extremely well here lately, around 61% in the 4th. And Satoransky kicks to Valentine. And that one's good, Harrison.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
And stolen by Valentine. Passes it to Gafford. Out to the right wing. Back to Satoransky. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Burks, he's checked in for the 76ers.
One shot.
Free throw good, Satoransky. Clark, should the NBA consider widening the court to even out the value of those corner threes?
You know, that wouldn't be a bad idea, Kevin. But I also like the fact that there's a deep 3 at the top and on the wing. And then you've got a little shorter 3 if you can get to that corner. Widening the lane to make that 3 more in line or symmetrical with the deep 3 at the top. I kind of like having a short corner 3.
I agree with you.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the 76ers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And this will push their record to 39 wins in a good effort tonight.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And this isn't one of those mini series either. I mean, this is a 4-gamer. As hard as it is to beat a team 3 times in a row, it's even harder to do it 4 straight.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Ben Simmons.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
And he makes the first. Robinson's checked in for the 76ers. He hits both from the stripe. Clark, we hear a lot about the young basketball players in this country, the good ones playing in the AAU system. Is that the best way to develop talent for the NBA?
It's one of the better ways because the competition level is quite good across regions and throughout the country with these AAU teams. I think there's some great AAU programs and some tremendous benefits to participating in AAU basketball. Some things are better than others with it, but overall I think it's pretty solid.
The shot by Satoransky, no good, and Philadelphia calls time here. They're up by 36. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Ben Simmons.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
They'd lost 2 straight coming into this one, and he knew he needed to put his foot down. He's shown leadership tonight, getting them back on the winning track. Philadelphia dictating the flow. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. The shot's good from O'Quinn.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished. Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Robinson, that's good.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what, and they got it done.
Neto can't get it to go. Here's Chicago. To the paint, here's Satoransky. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
Neto surveying the floor. Stolen. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.